We'd like to thank Boulder Brass for performing the processional music. The first people to enter the hall are the graduation candidates. 4 columns of candidates enter at the same time. They are led by the assistant marshals who carry banners bearing the names of the colleges and schools that comprise the university. The candidates from the School of Education are led by Dr. Ronald Schindel from the Department of Elementary Education and Literacy, and the candidates from the College of Letters, Arts, and Sciences are led by Dr. Michael B. Jacobs of the Chemistry Department. The banners you see are dark blue with the name of the university and the name of the college and the school in white. The seal of the university is embroidered at the base of the banner. You will notice that faculty with long hoods hanging down their backs are interspersed among the candidates. These are the faculty members who have assisted the candidates in the assembly area and who will continue to offer assistance throughout the commencement ceremony. Please keep the aisles clear so that the faculty and profession party may enter. Now that all of the graduation candidates have entered the floor, members of the Metropolitan State University of Denver administration and staff are proceeding to their seats, led by Dr. Jim Tisdale from the Registrar's Office. Members of this group represent the business and student services side of the university. They assist students in such diverse areas as admissions, registration, financial aid, career services, health and counseling services, and tutoring. Members of the university faculty are now entering the floor, led by Dr. Bill Carnes from the Management Department. The design of the faculty gowns and the hoods they wear down their backs indicate the degrees they have received and the universities at which they were earned. Department chairs are included in this faculty group and will take their seats on stage. The last group to enter the hall is the platform party. They are led by the President of the Faculty Senate, Dr. Matthew Makeley, who serves as the faculty marshal. Platform party members include Platform party members include members of the MSU Denver Board of Trustees, Chair Michelle Lucero, Elaine Gantz Berman, and faculty trustee Ken Bizio. Provost and Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs, Dr. Vicki Golet, Dr. Elizabeth Hind, Dean of the School of Education, Dr. Joan Foster, Dean of the College of Letters, Arts, and Sciences, Dr. Marilyn Hetzel, Mr. Brandon Matthews, Mr. Gene Roberts, and Mr. Bradley Thompson will be reading the names of the graduates as I cross the stage. By academic tradition, Dr. Stephen Jordan, President of the University, is the last person to enter the hall and the first person to leave. Dr. Jordan is joined by Mr. Christopher Escobar, recipient of the President's Award.
Good morning. Welcome to the 2017 Spring Morning Commencement Ceremony for Metropolitan State University of Denver. We ask that you please rise and join us in the singing of the National Anthem, which will be led by Courtney Bostwick, a graduating music performance major. Then we also ask that you please remain standing for the invocation, Amazing Grace, which will be performed on the saxophone by Matthew Morissette, a graduating music performance major.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof
Thank you, Matthew and Courtney. Just a small sample of the talent we have here at Metropolitan State University of Denver. Please be seated. I call this commencement ceremony to order for the purpose of conferring degrees on the 2017 spring graduating classes from the School of Education and College of Letters, Arts, and Sciences of Metropolitan State University of Denver and other worldly purposes. We are gathered here today to rejoice in the accomplishments of the assembled graduates and to celebrate with them the completion of their education. I'm sure you will join with me in wishing them success and happiness in all of their future endeavors. There are also approximately 100 faculty members here today. More than 70 of them are assisting with the coordination of our morning and afternoon celebrations. The 21 of our faculty who are department chairs in the School of Education and the College of Letters, Arts, and Sciences are located on the stage and will be presenting diplomas to our graduates today. As we are quite proud of our outstanding faculty, we ask that they please rise so that we may acknowledge them. Now it is truly my pleasure to introduce to you the President of Metropolitan State University of Denver, Dr. Stephen Jordan.
Well, graduates, how are you doing? All right, this is a celebration. You know, one of the greatest pleasures I enjoy as president of Metropolitan State University of Denver is getting to play a part in the commencement ceremonies, and I doubt that the presidents of Harvard or Stanford or MIT could be any prouder of a group of graduating students than I am of the 1,659 undergraduate students and 165 graduate students that we honor here today. Your family and friends and faculty and staff of MSU Denver, join me in celebrating your hard work and your achievements. You are now part of our more than 88,000 alumni whose graduation years span over a half a century. Today marks the end of an era, both for you and for me. You're moving on to the next big thing: jobs, graduate school, internships, travel, and whatever else life holds for you. And trust me, it holds plenty. I am moving on as well. And in fact, this will be my last graduation, and I celebrate with students. And while I'm looking forward to my retirement, I will miss events like this one. Because we take pride, or because the pride you feel at finishing your degree, I feel that too. In so many ways, your success is what defines my success as president of MSU Denver. You took a chance on a big dream to get your college education, and today that dream is a reality. When I first arrived at MSU Denver 12 years ago, I had a big dream too. In my very first speech, I told the community of what was then Metropolitan State College that I believed we could be the preeminent urban baccalaureate university in the nation. Not the city, not the state, the nation. There were probably some chuckles in that crowd that day. Some people I know thought I was crazy. But honestly, I believe that by making strategic decisions and putting the right people in place, we could make that big dream into an everyday reality. Well, fast forward 12 years and we've grown from a local college into a nationally recognized university. We've established 3 colleges and 1 school. We've launched 5 master's programs and have several more in the works. We've constructed buildings that have changed the architectural landscape of Auraria Parkway, and we've even been referred as the best urban university in Colorado, if not the country, by Denver's Mayor Michael Hancock. That is the school you're graduating from today. Not just a local commuter college, but a university that is being talked about across the nation. Most of you probably know something about facing down the doubts of others. Maybe you were told that you weren't college material. Maybe someone laughed at your dream. Maybe you even doubted your own ability. But here you are, proof of what is possible if you set your mind and your heart to it. For me, the transformation that has taken place at MSU Denver started with rebuilding the faculty. Shortly after I became president, we implemented a plan to recruit 60 new tenure-track faculty each year for 5 years. We emphasized hiring faculty of color. We also invested deeply in faculty salaries and increasing the value of promotions to retain our superstars. And as a result, in the last 12 years, we've added a net increase of more than 200 full-time tenure and tenure-track faculty positions. And these faculty members are educated at some of the best universities in the country, and they are here because they believe so strongly in teaching students like you. You've experienced their work firsthand. You know how much they care, how much time they're willing to put in. You know how much they believe in your big dreams. Not surprisingly, when we invested in the faculty, we began to see dramatic improvements in our retention and graduation rates. And over the course of my presidency, our first-time freshman retention rate, the number of students who come back for a second year, has grown from 56% to 72%. And as for graduation rates, well, in 2005-06, we had 2,464 students who graduated from MSU Denver. In the 2016-17 school year, we will have 3,416 graduates. That is an extraordinary change. And we're still working hard every day to make sure all students, no matter their experience or their background, feel at home at MSU Denver. As part of that commitment, we want to make sure that our student population reflects the population of our state. And that means focusing our energy on recruiting and retaining more students of color. In 2007, we launched the bold goal of achieving a federal designation as a Hispanic serving institution, and that required an increase in our Latino enrollment to 25%. Well, we've come a long way in achieving that goal, from a starting point of 12.5% in 2005 to today's figure of 24.5%. And overall, students of color make up 39.5% of MSU Denver's student population, and more than 32% of the students graduating here today are students of color. We also serve an extraordinary number of first-generation college students. Overall, 31.6% of our student population is the first in their family to go to college. So, of course, today's graduating class includes 614 first-generation students. Jackie Hernandez is one of those students. As an alumna of Arupe Jesuit High School, she was the first in her family to go to college, and now she is the first in the university's history to receive a Fulbright scholarship, one of the most prestigious awards in the United States. She'll spend her Fulbright year teaching English in South Korea. Now, if you don't know, people who've won the Fulbright Awards have gone on to become presidents, Nobel Prize winners, and esteemed authors. People whose parents didn't go to college aren't supposed to win the Fulbright, but they do at MSU Denver. That is the school you're graduating from today, where a first-generation student can be recognized as one of the top students in the nation. And that's not the only thing we've been recognized for nationally. One of the highlights of my career was the courageous stand we took on behalf of undocumented students in 2012. When the Board of Trustees created a special tuition rate that provided easier access to education for these students, we were met by strong opposition. Let's just say there was plenty of hate mail, and worse, from across the country. But we stuck to our principles, and I'll tell you what, we were right. Our decision led to the ultimate passage of Colorado's asset bill, and the local and national awards we've won are further proof that we did the right thing. And today, we have 15 asset students graduating, and we will continue to fight on behalf of all students who simply want an opportunity to better their lives. During the last 12 years, we've also built a national reputation for developing innovative public-private partnerships. The idea of these partnerships is to create unique learning opportunities for students while also supporting state workforce needs. And the most recent example is the Aerospace and Engineering Sciences Initiative. When we heard that the aerospace and advanced manufacturing companies in Colorado couldn't find local talent to support their growth, what did we do? Well, our faculty worked with industry leaders to develop a first-of-its-kind curriculum that brings together aerospace sciences, civil, electrical, and mechanical engineering technology, computer information systems, and computer science. We also created Colorado's only Advanced Manufacturing Sciences Institute and built a $60 million aerospace and engineering sciences building that will open in June. And soon, our students will actually be building and operating satellites right on the Auraria campus. One of our students actually had a hand in constructing the AES building. For the last year, Allison Casian has worked as a project engineer intern with the construction company G.H. Phillips. When she's not in class, she's calling subcontractors, checking safety protocols, and documenting the process through photos. This amazing opportunity to learn through work is indicative of what will be happening in the building once it's finished. That is the school you're graduating from today. A school that sees every new project as an opportunity to benefit students, local businesses, and our community. These past years have been some of the best of my career and life, and I have been honored to be the president of this amazing university, your university. I have tried my best to follow the words of Robert Baden-Powell, who said, "Leave this world a little bit better than you found it." Well, I believe that together we have done that for MSU Denver. We've laid a foundation, and we are well on our way to achieving our big dream of achieving and becoming the preeminent urban university in the nation. People often ask me, what is the best memory of your time as president? It's an easy answer. There were 24 days, one at the end of every fall semester and one at the end of every spring semester. Graduation days. The day when I get to look into each student's eyes and shake his or her hand and to say, "You've made it." All told, I've had the pleasure of seeing 33,764 graduates walk across the stage. Students like Elizabeth Hubbard, who struggled with drug addiction and graduates today with a degree in human services with a concentration in addiction studies. After graduation, she'll work with adolescents who are grappling with addiction. Elizabeth, you made it. And Emily Zimmerman, who lost her sight in high school and graduates today with a degree in communications. Emily plans to continue her work making websites accessible for the blind and as a motivational speaker. Emily, you made it. And Clinton Woods and Steve Steyer, military veterans who fought a great battle with the subject of math and graduate today with degrees in mathematics. And both will head to graduate school in mathematics too. Clinton and Steve, you made it. And Margarita Pineda, who started taking classes at MSU Denver in 2007 with the goal of getting a bachelor's degree in hospitality. She put in 10 years of hard study while also working with Sage Hospitality, our partner at the campus hotel. Today, the proud grandmother of 8 will graduate. Margarita, you made it. And all of you who have had to overcome so much to finally reach your big dream, you made it. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you for inspiring me. MSU Denver has always endeavored to meet the parallel goals of providing an educated workforce to keep Colorado economy strong and ensuring that our students understand and accept their responsibility to be engaged and contributing members of their communities and the world. These goals are equally important, and I'm reminded of them every day by a poster hanging on my wall. It carries some messages that I hope you will take with you as you complete this stage of your transformation. Know your neighbors. Ask a question. Share your skills. Seek to understand. Learn from new and uncomfortable angles. And know that no one is silent, though many are not heard. Work to change it. Each one of these principles stands on its own as excellent advice. But the last one is probably the most important. Know that no one is silent, though many are not heard. Work to change this. We live in precarious, uncertain times. Individual and community voices are lost in noise coming from all directions: politics, media, entertainment, and commerce. Choosing to be a careful and discerning listener, capable of picking out the messages that matter most and acting on them in a compassionate and purposeful way is one of the greatest gifts you can give to others. I hope that chief among all the things you've learned in your education at MSU Denver, you will keep that in mind. Remember, know that no one is silent, though many are not heard. Work to change this. You have transformed your own life. You have the tools required to help others transform theirs as well. Thank you for leaving this ceremony today and heading out into the world to make it better than you found it. Congratulations, Roadrunners, on all that you have achieved. I am confident that you will make us proud. It is a great day to be a Roadrunner.
I'm Joan Foster. I'm the Dean of the College of Letters, Arts, and Sciences, and it is my pleasure to get to introduce this spring 2017 class, the person who represents you, our President's Award winner. So this is Christopher Escobar next to me. So let me explain about this award. Each spring, we choose a student who represents the best attributes of their class to win this honor. It is Christopher Escobar, who after reading all sorts of applications that we thought rose to this level. As a Denver native, Chris Escobar readily admits that he barely graduated from high school. So how does one go from a struggling high school student to one of the top students of his class in college? For Chris, it started with learning from the example of his family. His father and paternal grandparents were Nicaraguan refugees who escaped a very violent revolution in the 1970s. They left behind professional careers and arrived in the United States unable to speak English. His mother struggled early in her life as well. Both of his parents started near the bottom and worked very hard and ultimately achieved career success. Seeing their determination had a huge influence on Chris, and he resolved to follow their example as he studied at MSU Denver. Now I'm going to step off script for a minute. I hope all of the families here heard that. What an impact you've had on your student who's graduating today. All the friends, significant others, all of you supported your graduate, and look at where they are today. Well, motivated but hesitant about his abilities, Chris focused on his university studies, decided to test himself by exploring unfamiliar activities, and actively pursued his interests. He became a political science major with an economics minor. In addition to classwork, he played rugby, wrote for the Metropolitan student newspaper, and was one of 8 MSU Denver students to attend the Model United Nations Assembly in California. He led the team which won the award in outstanding diplomacy. He is also a member of the National Society of Collegiate Scholars and other organizations. On top of his course load and campus activities, just like many of you, he has worked part-time for a marketing company as an assistant manager in sales, and also as a law intern, researching court decisions and helping the attorneys with deposition preparation. Today, the student who barely graduated high school graduates summa cum laude with a 3.99 grade point average. He'll bring his humble and scrappy roadrunner spirit to law school this coming fall. Please join me in congratulating Christopher Escobar, recipient of Spring 2017 President's Award.
What's up, Metro? First of all, thank you to Dean Foster for completely overselling me. I have no idea how I'm going to be able to live up to that. And let me just interject real quick that this year's Model UN team also won another award out there. I see you, man. A couple of my former teammates out there, they're putting together a real nice dynasty with Dr. Moeller, and we're really proud of them. But anyways, good morning, everybody, faculty, friends, family, and of course, my fellow graduates. I'd like to thank everybody for being here to celebrate this huge milestone that we've all been looking forward to for the past 4 years, or maybe 5 years, or 10 years. I really don't know how long it's taken you to get here, but honestly, we're all here now, and that's pretty special. Let me just start off also by saying what a huge honor it is for all of you to be here listening to me today. I lovingly entitled this speech, Life Beyond Avoiding Eye Contact with Canvassers and Petitioners, so they don't talk to you. While I was trying to figure out what I wanted to say today, I kept thinking to myself, Holy shit, man, I'm graduating in like 30 minutes. Of course, I'm totally kidding. I did not wait that long to write this speech. I whipped this up last night, but we're not going to focus on that right now. We're going to move on to reflecting upon this academic journey and looking upon our bright, beautiful futures. I don't know if this is just me, but the fact that here in a few minutes, we're going to be throwing these silly-ass hats up in the air is just unreal to me. Do you guys realize how lucky we are in this moment? Less than a third of America has a college degree. Think back on all those nights you spent staying up, not sleeping, working on your finals or your papers, or procrastinating watching Netflix. Think about all those textbooks that you bought that you never read. And think about how many times you walked by the Tivoli only to be reminded about your sins by the campus preacher group on their little soapboxes. Today, all of our hard work is paid off as we join an elite and exclusive community of college graduates. The only thing that hasn't paid off yet is your student debt. But all that debt carries a certain value with it because of the strength of the Metro State community and its diversity. I look out at all of you and I see, frankly, a lot of blue robes. But for real though, I see a room full of people from different backgrounds with all kinds of different stories to tell, stories to share. And it's crazy to think that for one reason or another, we all ended up in this room together to graduate today. Usually when we think about college, we typically picture parents dropping off their 18-year-olds at some dorm room at this really big university super far from home. But MSU Denver deviates from that typical stereotype, and we have students from all over the state of all ages who commute to school every day. On top of that, our school is unique because of our exceptional work ethic, and most of our students work full-time around their classes. In addition to that, there are some people who raise families on top of that. I can't comprehend that. I'm busy enough as it is. But what's even more astounding to me is how many military veterans we have attending our school. And we thank them not only for their service, but their contribution to our academic community. Everybody here at MSU Denver shares in this work ethic and this brand of hustle that I like to call the spirit of Metro. This is why I believe MSU Denver students are the hardest working students you'll find at any university across the nation. We understand what Confucius said, that the person who moves mountains begins by moving small pebbles. There's been a ridiculous amount of people here who have opened my eyes to different worldviews, and I'm so glad to be able to call so many different kinds of people my friend. And although many of these people were students, a great many of them were our professors. These are really influential people. They write our textbooks, they publish in academic journals, and they speak at universities across the globe. Some might go as far as to call them smarties. And learning from such passionate and accomplishment academics encourages us to do more and be more, but what really makes our professors elite as educators is how much they really care about us. They've proven themselves as our biggest fans, and they're always going to help us no matter what it takes. Sometimes that means being our biggest critic, but they never leave us in the dark. I remember this one time my professor canceled class because we needed a review session. There's actually a few of my fellow graduates who were in this class. In order to have as much time as we needed, we went out of the classroom and he took us to the Tivoli so we could have beers while we did it. And I don't know why he did that. I just think he was a really cool guy. But let me just sidebar here for a second. I am really gonna miss having a Tivoli beer right after a final. It's got that like awesome PBR quality with like the sweetness of drinking on a college campus. It's phenomenal. Our professors have also shared with us life and career advice, and in some cases, they even try to hook you up with their daughter. And for some reason, that never quite worked out, but thank you anyhow, Professor, if you're in the house. That was a real compliment. And while we're on this topic, any ladies in the house, I am available. That's not funny, but those of you that cheered should find me after this. Now, as Dean Foster said, I didn't always carry such resounding endorsements. I graduated high school as a proud member of what I call the thundering herd of the bottom third. I squeaked out with barely a C average, but you know what? C's get degrees, am I right? Now, here I am, rock you like a hurricane, standing before you at 22 years old, graduating with straight A's and getting ready to attend one of the top law schools in the country. That's unnecessary. Thank you, though. I've been selected for some reason to impart some kind of wisdom onto you guys as if I'm the guy who knows the recipe to the secret sauce of life. But let's be real for just a second. Nobody actually knows what they're talking about. We just like to pretend we know and kind of hope it works out. Fortunately for you guys, the fact that I'm getting a degree today means that I've done a wonderful job of pretending like I know what I'm talking about for the past 4 years, so get ready. I know from meeting so many of you that I'm not alone in this, and not just in pretending like we know what we're doing, but in the personal growth. MSU Denver's catchphrase is transforming lives, a phenomenon that's occurred here for over 50 years. And today, we mark our own transformation. We all share in the same achievement of graduating today from college, of all things. And whatever your story, you leave here today as a better version of yourself than the person you were when you enrolled here 4+ years ago. And at the end of the day, we're going to have a degree to prove it. But remember, this degree is ultimately just a piece of paper. We're going to determine the value of this degree. We have a lot of really important choices to make after today, or perhaps more accurately, after tomorrow's hangover. We can choose to make our degree work for us and work for our community. Always remember what I call the spirit of Metro, and just grind it out. As legendary basketball coach John Wooden used to say, nothing works unless you do. If we never try, we will never succeed. And never be afraid of rejection or failure, and recognize that each stumble across the road is an opportunity for you to better yourself. Just show up, because by simply being there, you already set yourselves ahead of all those who chickened out or made excuses. Don't let yourself be the biggest obstacle between you and your success. Chase down a dream. Do something crazy. I don't care if you want to be an astronaut and a secret agent at the same time. That's cool, dude. Another catchphrase for MSU Denver is run your own road. Be yourself, but also don't be afraid to piss some people off. You can't please everybody, so why waste your time trying to? Play to your strengths, because rumor has it, do you guys know Elon Musk? Rumor has it that he can't dunk a basketball. But you don't ever see him playing basketball. He typically keeps it to electric cars and spaceships. But at the end of the day, he's still Elon Musk. The most important thing I want to share with you guys today is to always remember those who helped you along the way. Take a moment to look outward and recognize all the sacrifices people have made, whether they're big or small, so that we could all be here today together. Before this day is done, I want you to reach out to them and thank them and let them know how much this means to you, all of their support. Because for me personally, my family and friends, their support was everything. And I also want to remind you that you all deserve this. This is not a coincidence. You've earned it, and by the very nature of being an MSU Denver student, combined with your unique attributes, you are all exceptional. MSU Denver has given us a chance, and we stand here all together today, victorious. It's a great day to be a Roadrunner. Are you guys ready? Congratulations, class of 2017.
Congratulations, Mr. Escobar. I know many of us were glad to hear that you all were drinking beer after the final, not before. At this time, I'd like to introduce Michelle Lucero, the Honorable Michelle Lucero, who is the chair of our Board of Trustees. Madam Chair.
Good morning, graduates. You look wonderful. On behalf of fellow trustees Berman and Bizio and our entire Board of Trustees, we can't tell you how much we are proud and inspired by you. So if you look in your programs, you won't see me speaking because this is a little bit of a surprise. This is your day, and we certainly want to celebrate that and be part of that. But as Dr. Jordan mentioned, this is also the end of an era. This is the last day, and you all are the wonderful recipients of some of the last handshakes that this amazing educator and president will ever hand out. So congratulations to that as well. If you don't mind sharing your day, I have some words from our governor, Governor John Hickenlooper. He's asked me to proclaim something on behalf of Dr. Jordan. State of Colorado Proclamation. Whereas Metropolitan State University of Denver President Stephen M. Jordan, PhD, has opened the doors of higher education for many thousands of students during his tenure, including those who might not otherwise have had the opportunity to attend college. And whereas President Jordan took a courageous stand on behalf of undocumented students, working with the MSU Denver Board of Trustees to create a special tuition rate that provided easier access to education and which heralded the passage of the Colorado Asset Bill. And whereas President Jordan has transformed MSU Denver through innovative public-private partnerships, resulting in a new hotel and hospitality learning center, the award-winning Regency Athletic Complex, and the Aerospace and Engineering Science Building that will open in the summer of 2017. And whereas President Jordan spearheaded initiatives developed specifically to recruit and support students of color, including the goal of achieving Hispanic serving status by 2018, to be considered an HSI, 25% of a university's full-time equivalent enrollment needs to be from Hispanic backgrounds. And whereas under President Jordan's leadership, the university has made major advances in student retention and graduation. In 2005, the first-time retention rate for students was 55%, while that rate has climbed to 72% by 2016, with the first-time freshman retention rate moving from 56% to 72%. And whereas during his tenure, MSU Denver has achieved university status, launched 5 master's degree programs, and established a school of education. And whereas by changing the name of Metro State to Metropolitan State University of Denver, on April 18, 2012, President Jordan paved the way for what the university has become, an outstanding asset to Colorado. And whereas since taking the helm in 2005, President Jordan has put MSU Denver on the path to becoming one of the preeminent public urban universities in the nation. Therefore, I, John W. Hickenlooper, Governor of the entire state of Colorado, do hereby proclaim forever after May 12th, 2017, as Stephen Jordan Day.
Thank you, Madam Chair Lucero, and congratulations to Dr. Jordan. At this time, I would like to ask Dr. Vicki Golick, our Provost and Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs, to please come forward.
And I would like to acknowledge one of your fellow graduates, Cora Potter. Are you out there, Cora? Give a wave. Cora is graduating here with you today from the Hospitality, Tourism, and Events program, and she has taken a great part in coordinating this very commencement ceremony. Congratulations, Cora. I would also like to ask that we all take a moment of silence for our two honorary degree recipients today, David Muniz and Nicholas Richling, who passed away during the year. To their families and friends, our thoughts and prayers are with you today. Okay. Will the candidates for the Master of Arts in Teaching please rise? President Jordan, I have the honor of presenting the candidates who have completed all of the requirements for the degrees to which they are entitled and who have been approved by the faculty and members of our Board of Trustees. I therefore recommend that master's degrees be conferred on these candidates.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Metropolitan State University of Denver, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I hereby confer upon each of you the appropriate master's degree to which you are entitled, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Congratulations, graduates.
Will the graduates for the Master of Arts in Teaching please come forward? Don't be shy. Master's graduates, please return to and remain in your seats after receiving your diplomas in respect for your colleagues who will follow you. Members of the audience, in order to move the exercises quickly along and for the safety of all, we ask that you do not attempt to leave your seats to take pictures of the graduates as they cross the stage. A professional photographer will be taking pictures of each graduate as he or she receives their diploma and will contact the student by email within 1 week. Master's degree graduates in teaching will be walking across the stage from the audience's right. Will all the master's graduates please come forward and receive your diploma, and congratulations from President Jordan and Board of Trustee Michelle Lucero, as well as the chair of your department.
Dr. Deborah Horan, Chair, Elementary Education and Literacy. Mary Elizabeth Benner. Carissa Bricker. Danny Grossman. Ashley Samantha Michelson. Genevieve Pino. Jennifer Barron. Carly Jelinas. Misty Jenkins. Alyssa Howell. Nicole Marie Heaton. Jordan Culpepper. Emma Welton. Christopher Simmons. Dana Berge, Heather Jones, Shelley Silvius, Millette Chapman, Allison O'Mara, Loretta Willis, Dr. Cynthia Lindquist, Chair, Department of Special Education, Early Childhood and Culturally and Linguistically Diverse Children. Michelle Murawski, Caitlin Clark, Catherine Peters, Kristen Molina, John Chambers, Irene Hessner, Anna Prabulski, Deborah Abramson, Brent Dice, Matthew Mueller, Jennifer Loring, Sarah Bridgewater, Emily Bevington, Catherine Rosnack, Carly Lobato, Randall Bowen, Christina Hartley,
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts, the Bachelor of Fine Arts, the Bachelor of Music, and the Bachelor of Science please rise? That would be all the rest of you. President Jordan, I have the honor of presenting the candidates who have completed all of the requirements for the degrees to which they are entitled and who have been approved by the faculty and our Board of Trustees. I therefore recommend that baccalaureate degrees be conferred on these candidates.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Metropolitan State University of Denver, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I hereby confer upon each of you the appropriate bachelor's degree to which you are entitled, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Congratulations, graduates!
Will all of the bachelor's degree graduates please come forward and receive your diploma, and congratulations from President Jordan and Trustee Lucero, as well as the chair of your department.
Department of Elementary Education and Literacy, Dr. Deborah Horan, Chair. Stephanie Pickett. Nicole Kern. Jordan Marie Dewey.
The Department of Africana Studies, Dr. Douglas Mpondi, Interim Chair. Christine de la Luna.
Samantha Berkey.
The Department of Art, Dr. Deanne Pitlinsky, Chair. Christine Adams.
Georgina Post.
Chelsea Glass.
Marlise Buchholz.
Jennifer Morton.
Megan Cook.
Kelsey Stoddard.
Michaela Lucero.
Alma Treviso.
Erin Kelly.
Lynette Perry.
Alexandra Hung Tawi Pham.
Lisa Quinn, magna cum laude.
Melinda Paul, summa cum laude.
Jan Choi.
Suhey Buragan.
Tony Velasquez.
Amanda Sheehan.
Kristen Schaefer.
William Ostendorf.
Amanda Gilliland, summa cum laude.
Katie Nicole Sage.
Jennifer Drake.
Catherine Easter.
Zane Dombrowski.
Nicole Freshore.
Andrew Duffy.
Sage Gerwig.
Casey Love.
Alexandria Hafke.
Mattie Crowley.
Brandon Gonzalez.
Angela Lombard.
Amber Smith.
Chavaret de Vero.
Julie St. John Latham, cum laude.
Stephanie Edwards.
Ebony Brown.
Alice Delaney.
Mariah Tafoya.
Kwabena Adututu.
Megan Lindgren.
Peter Maxwell.
Jessica Hood.
Morgan Pattison.
Jesse Allen.
Catherine Miller.
Rachel McKellar, cum laude.
Amanda Fraley.
Lee Drake.
Brianna Benton.
Caitlin Coleman.
Nicole Blue.
Department of Secondary, K through 12 and Educational Technology, Dr. Philip Bernhardt, Chair. Sarah Ann Hughes.
Alicia Burton, summa cum laude.
Tara Caitlin Marie Miller.
Connor Baldry.
Rebecca Brown.
Anupang Silvatama Bucha.
Michaela Kozalter.
Iriana Hayes, cum laude.
Henry Batchelder Prescott III.
Amanda Quinn.
Patricia Ann Durfee.
Jonathan Hallett.
Micah McDonald.
Selena Gomez.
Jennifer Oxford.
Michaela Gaines.
Samantha Nicole Certain Nevarez.
Vincent Benavides.
Nadia Patrick.
Chase Birick.
Robert Chavez.
Tabor Yeomans.
Jeffrey Burgess.
James Moulton.
Julie Morse Ramirez.
Julio Martinez.
Kyle Russell.
Teresa Crawford, cum laude.
Eric Bakowski.
Michael McComb.
Ryan Slater.
Lee Waldman, cum laude.
Leonardo Leva Jimenez.
Damon Springer.
Ayrton Sena.
Alisa Bradley.
Catherine Shorten.
William Wood.
The Department of Special Education, Early Childhood, and Culturally and Linguistically Diverse Children, presented by Dr. Cynthia Lindquist, Chair. Anna Silverstein.
Gloria Kay.
Brittany Roybal.
Maria Peralta.
Angela M. French Mack, magna cum laude.
Jade Gallegos.
Chelsea Marie Enix.
Philip Monet.
Lauren Rensink.
Shira Roth.
Janessa Tofield, magna cum laude.
Catherine Housley.
Amanda Ing, summa cum laude.
Brianna Sherwood.
Lindsay Kelly.
Kinsey Horneck.
Bailey Jensen, magna cum laude.
Nicole Atwood.
Sarah Supinger.
The Department of Biology, Dr. Ford Lux, Chair. Jose Chavez.
Danielle Day.
Shane Dorfler.
Ashley Courtney.
Nicole Reddick.
Jennifer Fairchild.
Alexandra Miller.
Jennifer Fuller.
Stephen Hoke.
Jody Webb.
Brian Austin.
Elaine Casey.
Ross Alvin.
Joshua Valier.
Keaton Ostendorf.
Trent Charles Seiji Chikuma.
Ethan Cassidy.
Brandy Richards.
Robert Bowers.
Adrienne Baumgart Lentz.
Cassandra Suchek.
Anna Silver.
Liliana Chavez.
Erica Matsuka.
Stephanie Vecchiarelli.
Kathleen Mowinkle.
Octavio Lara.
The Department of Individualized Degree Studies, presented by Dr. Elizabeth Parmalee, Director. Janelle Henderson.
Eva Gutierrez.
Obaid Omar Kefo.
Kinda Alquatli.
Robert Babb.
Caitlin Correa.
Jesus Quintana Martinez.
Kayla Cristobal.
Harry Philbrook.
Talia Cristobal.
Joseph Chavez, cum laude.
Molly Caranto.
Ryan Hatta.
Sophia Hansen.
Leticia Rosemarie Isabel Vivier.
Carolyn Watts.
Joshua Sandillo.
Travis Winders.
Donna Ray.
Stephanie Shepard.
Marika Oriana Dixon.
Lynn Vaughn, cum laude.
Rhiannon Burnham.
Tin Nguyen.
George St. Thomas Nelson.
Xian Zhang.
Aaron Michael Regan.
Leticia Anaya.
Daniel Roberts.
Leonyat Aliyah.
Thomas Akins Jr., summa cum laude.
Michael Santiago.
Jennifer Lee Wenningkamp.
Bria Wells.
Aaron Eichenberger, magna cum laude.
Alexandra Cusack.
Brian Burheit.
Tracy Perkins.
Colton Forrest.
Lucy Portilla, summa cum laude.
Michelle Kamenis.
Nia Chung,
Emily Sheriff.
Kayla O'Quinn,
Ian Porter.
Amal Sediame,
Susanna Cho.
Nicholas Burdick,
Zachary Keith Engelman.
Cassandra Gerster,
Carson Kroom.
Maxwell Toledo Becker,
Kathleen Ann Higney.
Elizabeth Duncan,
Brian Adams.
Lacey Meyer,
Robert Goldwire.
Cynthia Forsyth, cum laude.
Sheila Donette Madir Lucero.
Elizabeth Bell,
Elizabeth Belton, magna cum laude.
Chai Hong, summa cum laude.
Megan McLinden.
Robert Burnett II,
Ryland Dominguez.
Michael Vlieger, cum laude.
Alexander Turner.
Timothy Dong,
Kyle Shaman.
Loic Manga,
Yasmin Atmore.
Sylvia Baden,
Molly Bosco.
Samuel Belay,
Christian Tauscher.
Claire Trollis.
The Department of Modern Language, presented by Dr. Maria Akrabova, Chair. Horacio Borja Duran.
Claudia Delgado,
Janet Hernandez, magna cum laude.
Ricardo Rocha,
Ashley Darrow, cum laude.
Harold Ayala, cum laude.
Ashley Strait.
Susan Vasquez Rodriguez,
Reed Martin, cum laude.
Mary Seidoff,
Jason Lee Rail, magna cum laude.
Nina Vue,
Lauren Hoylman, cum laude.
Jessica Olivas,
Michael Lee.
Dylan Gunderson,
Casey Brigham.
Noah King, summa cum laude.
Joshua Rice.
Anthony Hill,
Guillermo Jesus Holguin, Jr.
Tyler Jones,
Alejandra Myerston Castillo, magna cum laude.
Alexi Marr,
Tisha Townsend.
Victoria Slattery,
Jennifer Rendon.
Noemi Polanco,
Ian Besser.
Raquel Torres,
The Department of Music, presented by Dr. Peter Schimpf, Chair. Catherine Thompson.
Travis Batt,
Rachel Lynn Tucker, summa cum laude.
Claire Adley,
Scott Kehoe, summa cum laude.
Chantel Nielsen,
Tyler Ray Wigginton.
Mario Lopez,
Jordan Lily Sudam.
Lucas Montelongo,
On-Yu Kim.
Kyle Erickson.
Robin K. Lander.
Taylor Burton.
Margaret Josephine Stevens.
Brittany Silva.
Brianna Elizabeth Morrison.
Michelle Norden.
Corey Elise Miller.
Elena Lopez.
Christopher Schweka.
Dallin Bentley.
Parker Murphy.
Jose Hernandez.
William Rowland, summa cum laude.
Cyrus Porjavaheri.
Michael Peter Honiotis, cum laude.
Isaac Milanda.
Alexis Sandusky.
Alexandra Wright.
Courtney Page Bostwick, summa cum laude.
Angela Adibiaye.
Matthew James Morissette.
Francisco Tapia.
William Randall Hines.
Tao Fung Pham Lai.
Department of Philosophy, presented by Dr. Brian Hutchinson, Chair. Kelly Plumley.
Ruby Humphrey.
Adam Marquez.
Sarah Rugier, summa cum laude.
Maximilian John Hunter Posowitz.
Ginger Stout, summa cum laude.
Department of Physics, presented by Dr. Richard Krantz, Chair. Chase Green.
Lauren Sanford, summa cum laude.
Daniel Colclaser.
Deva DeAngelis Lowe, cum laude.
Eli Nygren, magna cum laude.
Carla Castellano.
Michael Painter.
Steve King.
Michael Martin Roos.
Brandon Bergen.
Michael Chambliss, magna cum laude.
Scott Geiler, summa cum laude.
Department of Political Science, presented by Dr. Robert Hazan, Chair. Jared Stoke.
Melissa Oviet.
Mal Shuck.
Mackenzie Vargo.
Michael Stump.
Jessica Shriver.
Elliot Armstrong.
Cody Shetley.
Frank Joseph Rowan.
Claudia Marquez Hernandez.
Austin Shook.
Mr. Boone.
Amber Hentges.
Kirsten Meyer.
Elizabeth Meleshley, magna cum laude.
Brian Harris.
Cecia Trejo.
Corinne Ricci.
Jorge Luis Zamudio Gallegos.
Jacqueline Russell.
Chris Davis.
Elizabeth Smith.
Christopher Escobar, summa cum laude.
Trista Thompson.
Rachel Jean Aman.
Alan O'Connor.
Amanda Barbin.
Andrew Slade.
Nathan Jordan.
Sean Dean.
Marissa Olan.
Laura Fitch.
Hirmai Gebrahiwet.
Sarah Spangler.
Olivia Blumenthal.
Kyla Haas.
Department of Psychology, presented by Dr. Leighton Seth Curl, Chair.
Armando Bugarin.
Nicholas Dillon.
Nicholas Gale.
Taylor Thornton, magna cum laude.
Aaron Kazem.
Victoria Holgate.
Jenna Jacobs, cum laude.
Wendy Anglin.
Dornell Walters.
Samantha Rice.
Rachel Price, cum laude.
Victoria Nurse.
Elisa Payne.
Tiffany Copels, summa cum laude.
Hope Marasco.
Ashley Smith.
Olga Chavez.
Justine Sullivan.
Emily White.
Jonathan Huerta.
Holly Medina.
Reina Beatriz Celeste Castanon.
Katrina Carrillo, summa cum laude.
Brandon Smith.
Maya McGraw.
Anacani Briseño.
Andrew Hurieta.
Amber Nicoletti.
Sahara Newton.
Victoria Chicala, summa cum laude.
Nels Heinz.
Catalina Laupasa Duncan, magna cum laude.
Elisa Wotanick Watson.
Alea Palacio.
Department of Chicano Studies, Dr. Ramon del Castillo, Chair. Eduardo Rascon III.
Antoinette Cooper Terrayer.
Gabriela Corral.
Destiny Durrow.
The Department of Theater, Dr. Marilyn Hetzel, Chair. Kelsey Covert.
Ashley Ann Smith.
Kenna Bartle, magna cum laude.
Jocelyn June Martin.
Mallory Kidd.
Morgan Taylor Moore.
Danielle Rankin.
Lindsay Rebecca Kavanaugh Seitz.
Taylor Adams.
Sierra Bruce.
Brian Anderson.
Madeline Cox.
Julia Deutsch, magna cum laude.
Amy Francis.
Fabian Vasquez.
Morgan Stevenson.
Anthony Okazaki.
Darian Griego.
Tobias Yont.
Gabriella Adeshewo.
James Brunt.
Amashani Baoshi.
Miles Legree.
Alejandra Correa.
Logan Custer.
Melissa Marie Bell.
The Department of Women's Studies and Services, Dr. Arlene Scotus, Chair. Deanna Castaneda.
Ashley Janae Taylor.
Kayla Miller, summa cum laude.
Tony Mitchell.
Jessica Marshburn, cum laude.
Olivia Martins.
Tiffany Martin.
Kelsey Bishop.
Genevieve Gutierrez.
Heather Shannon.
Cheyenne DeChristopher.
Shannon Detmer, cum laude.
Monique Left Hand Bull.
Kelsey Drummond.
Andy Putman.
Gail Austin.
Namun Batarajav.
Marie Schrantz.
The Department of Communication Arts and Sciences, Dr. Karen Lawler, Chair. John Farrow.
Natasha Rotella.
Desiree Candelaria.
Lindsay Matley, magna cum laude.
Vincent White Jr., summa cum laude.
Lily Okalani Hafoka.
Paige Nielsen.
Jordan Bullard.
Christina Mapleback.
Jacqueline Lyons, cum laude.
Shannon Osborne.
Brittany Bayes.
Raylyn DeLay.
Paulina Pham.
Katasha Jones.
Lauren Erickson, summa cum laude.
Keenan Hathaway.
Stephanie Gonzalez.
Rondora Rose.
Christopher Antion, cum laude.
Madeline Wickerin.
Nicole Fisher.
Emily Zimmerman.
Ryan Ramsey.
Emily Irwin.
Nicholas Thomas.
Chadwick Fletcher.
Jonathan Gavan.
Robert Crookshanks.
Marcus Jump.
Erica Dencola.
Stephanie Rivera.
Brianna Erfman, cum laude.
Brian Hartman.
Brianna Galarza.
Sarah Goff.
Jesse Bilkowski, cum laude.
Amanda Smith.
Taryn Fox, summa cum laude.
Kathleen Tipping.
Katie Frisbee.
Talisa Fisher.
Laura Casillas.
Paige Wyatt.
Ashley Hewitt.
Liza Morrison, magna cum laude.
Megan Sharak.
Kendall Hullock, magna cum laude.
Laura Engelbrecht.
Hannah Bartles.
Cora McKee. Jessica Madrid.
Najwa Tyshon Smith.
Caitlin Hendrickson.
Aaron Zemel.
Selena Lopez.
Abel Cortez.
Myrna Smith.
Colleen Dorsey, cum laude.
Emily Rutherford.
Angela Schisler.
Jessica Meredith.
Demry West.
Rebecca Weglars.
Taylor Kegrel-Hill.
Andrea Seagren.
Hannah Griffin.
Yakaterina Morozova.
Destiny Thomas.
Kimberly Neely.
Leanne Anderson.
Audrey Johnson.
Brittany Ann Bittner, magna cum laude.
Stephanie Ortega.
Gloria Herrera.
Kelly Lushak.
Connie Victoria Chisholm Westfall.
Jackson Davis.
Teresa Bowen, summa cum laude.
Eliza Castillo.
Gabriel Fernando Benavides.
Joseph Story.
Jennifer Stanley.
Brandon Stowell.
Gabriela Olivas.
Sean Tafoya.
Raymond Solano.
Jocelyn Avendano.
Allison Ghaffari.
Tess Truxell.
Cody Wolf.
Brandon Thompson.
Diana Saucedo Esparza.
Kyle Hess.
Tanya Jurado.
Lionel Falcone, cum laude.
Brandon Connolly, summa cum laude.
Edward Glure.
Dana Nicole Hofstetter Moore.
Brittany Alvarez.
Haley Turpenny.
Shanice Slay.
Shauna Davis.
Kayla Vanderhill.
Simone McNeil.
Ty Hammerling.
Jamie Burns.
The Department of Earth and Atmospheric Science, Dr. Arthur Camper, Interim Chair. Jacob Moyer, summa cum laude.
Amanda Saxbury.
Kent Yoshikawa Egger.
Lexus Celeste Nieto.
Thomas Strong.
Courtney Brock.
Michael Bowers.
Michelle Barth.
Lindsay Mota.
Brian Howard.
Catherine Keenan.
Morgan Roebuck.
Jeremy Felder. Curtis Scott.
Ariel Holiganga.
Danielle Nishimoto.
Brandon Watkins, summa cum laude.
Kevin Dykestra.
Andrea Sarah Kononov.
Allison Shellhorn.
Jessica Wood, summa cum laude.
Jamie Darren Eikens.
Sarah Magner.
Don Keenshaw Penny.
Samantha Rosemary Varley.
Andrew Flinchpaw.
Priscilla Areola.
Caitlin Lamontagne.
Jenny Acosta.
Alexis Lamontagne.
Scott Ellis.
Robert Wetzel.
Joseph Bender.
Joshua Buckman, summa cum laude.
Mitchell Kenneth Kusick, summa cum laude.
Zachary Hightower.
Dejaneir Davis.
Ross Smith.
Tiffany Nichols.
Elena Nolan.
Annette Montes.
Meredith Eastman.
Katrina Ballard.
Dano Allen Nelson.
Anthony Sagunik.
Brianna Dean.
Naomi Parnes.
Kyle East.
Elizabeth Campbell.
Ryan Weber.
Stephanie Castile.
Charles Becker. Jordan Stadik.
The Department of Sociology and Anthropology, presented by Dr. Melissa Monson, Chair. Maxwell Galligan.
Brian Erickson.
Ashley Jantz.
Maureen Winter, magna cum laude.
Kimberly Detke.
Keisha Borgelsdijk.
Ashley James.
Edwin Schmidt.
Savannah Metodis.
The Department of English, Dr. Rebecca Gorman O'Neill, Chair. Garrett Bradford.
Michaela Rowley.
Catherine Laidlaw.
Ryan Brady.
Marina Martinez.
Paul Barriga.
April Much.
Andrew Chambliss.
Kelsey Kerr.
Randolph Brown.
Morgan Foss.
Constance Truman, magna cum laude.
Taylor Peak.
Bronwyn Mumby.
Forrest Olinger.
Michael Suazo.
Daniel Burgos.
Jasmine Matthews, cum laude.
Courtney Sullivan.
Rebecca Ochoa.
Hannah Stoddard.
Tessa Marie Page, cum laude.
Lindsay Maynard.
Crystal Newmeyer.
Marwa Ermila.
Noel Joy Berg.
Bradley Galley.
Paige Jordan Douglas.
Stuart Barfield.
Skysea Creason.
Susan Kruger.
Yvette Valdovinos.
Jesse Dryden.
Megan Greenwald.
Adrian Inge.
Hannah Kimball.
Marissa Barnier.
Elise Anastasov.
Brian Yinling.
Erica Nicole Bloiler Beagle.
Gardell Neal.
Renee Marie Hewlett, summa cum laude.
Jacob Mollahan. Haley Black.
The Department of Chemistry, presented by Dr. Andrew Bonham, Chair. Chanda Mandisa Lawrence.
Rachel Bruner, summa cum laude.
Bia Benzel.
Telina Lucero.
Yvonne Fosu.
Hannah Stewart.
Philip Fletchus.
Christina Chambers.
Austin Wilkerson.
Colette Marquesani.
Mark Anthony Minervini.
Danielle Hicks.
Brenna Burt.
Elliot Flood, magna cum laude.
Patrick Marston.
Kenneth Davis.
Lisa Fetter.
Sydney Crane.
Dustin Morton.
Daniel Nelson.
Egan Ayala Vega.
Brian Valdivizio.
Seth Yautzi.
The Department of History, Dr. James Drake, Chair. Christopher Patera.
Stephanie Reddick.
Christopher Bunsley.
Tatiana Cummins.
Sylvia Tracy Doulis.
Tom Grushka, summa cum laude.
Alyssa Arbuckle, magna cum laude.
Valerie Toman.
Abigail King, magna cum laude.
Sasha Munitz, cum laude.
Dixie Hedenkamp.
Omar Palacios.
Brittany Ziwi.
Alejandra Lara.
Sarah Gager, magna cum laude.
Hannah Joy Goulding.
Jasmine Pumphrey Robertson.
Haley Loptin, magna cum laude.
Evan Canese.
Timothy Batson.
Ian Bruns, summa cum laude.
Jacob Patrick Lujan.
Catherine Timmons.
Kalen Link.
Samuel Cunningham.
Sean Andrew McManus.
Vincent Cervantes.
Nicholas Lowe's.
Barbara Warnicki.
Todd Anthony Matuszewicz.
Maria Martin.
Ilya Michael Mason.
Michael Johnson.
Christopher Ryan Farman.
David Gonzalez.
Jesse Collins Jr.
Michael Vess.
Delilah DeWild.
Ian Strauss.
Cynthia Leah Ollinger.
Keith Schaefer, summa cum laude.
Yulia Anishanka.
The Department of Math and Computer Sciences, Dr. Lindsay Packer, Chair. Richard Harper. Wesley Rollings. Derek Noble. Forrest Lyons. William Holden. Joseph Eidler. Gina Mancuso. Chahui Fu. Carlos Sanchez. Simeon Martinez. Joshua Rocha. Daniel Galarza Pineda. Dustin Fay. Taylor Canning. Shauna Bookin. Oscar Sigala. Bruno Putman. Kiet Nguyen. Muad Mrimdate. Paul Trujillo. Luz Rodriguez Ulloa. Stephanie Maldonado. Dustin Porter. Jim Kim. Trevor Mock. Jacqueline Kumbelek, summa cum laude. Jacob Wiley. Costadinos Argiras. Hannah Jones. Eric Carver. Kyle Lane Frisbee, summa cum laude. Ryan Newsom. Tommy Huang. Travis Mark, cum laude. Jamie Luth. Savannah Lewis. Jonathan David Askins. Stephen Steer. Maria Leon. Pablo Castro. Elizabeth Schwartz, magna cum laude. Clinton Woods. Devin Beta. Joseph Herney. David Pierce. Dina Marie Stevie, magna cum laude. Nicole Sanders. Melanie Lonergan. Rebecca Smith. Linda Welch. Ali Espinoza. Danielle Compton.
Will the graduates please rise? You have now been awarded your degree from Metropolitan State University of Denver. In honor of this milestone, will you take your right hand and move your tassel to the left side of your cap? Please shake the hands with your classmate to your right and your left. Members of the audience, I now present to you the 2017 spring graduating classes from the School of Education and the College of Letters, Arts, and Sciences of Metropolitan State University of Denver. Please recognize them with your enthusiastic applause.
All right, we're almost out of here. So congratulations again, graduates. Congratulations, families. After the music begins, the platform party, department chairs, faculty, members of the administration, staff, and new graduates will leave the floor in that order. We ask that you do not leave your seats until all the graduates have left the floor. Please rise for the recessional.